Hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris Mallard. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're having a great week so far. It's Thursday, the day of Thor. I've been having a pretty good week. It's been busy, crazy with all the theater, the Shakespeare and whatnot. Man, we open tomorrow night. Did I say that out loud? We open tomorrow night. Oh, man. It's been a week. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. We'll talk about my Shakespeare. I'm doing a little bit of Shakespeare. We'll talk about other normal things. That's crazy. We'll talk about stuff here in just a minute. Let's do this one right here. Ooh, I like this. Do you have an atheist friend or family member who's a good person and you don't want to see them end up in hell? But now they're on their deathbed. Time is running out. They've been there for you and now you want to be there for them. But how can you save them from your all-loving, forgiving God and its eternal lake of fire? Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. No more worries of loved ones meeting their resolution without absolution. Now you too can force your faith on the weak and helpless in their final moments. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles are designed specifically for the weak and infirmed. Extra large type for failing eyes seeing their last. Deluxe editions come complete with a post-mortem Mother Teresa would have approved baptismal kit. Also available in heathen and heretic versions. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. Coming to a Walmart near you. All right. I hope you're all having a great day. Yeah, it's been a good week for me. Again, like I said, it's been busy. I hope you guys can hear me. You can hear me, yes? Okay, yeah, nothing going wrong today so far. The internet flickered a few minutes ago. It does that. So far it's been a good year. I mean, yeah, we haven't had a loss in yet. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly, I haven't been keeping up on really anything in the whole atheist community. So I hope. Has NanoCon already happened? No, NanoCon has not happened. That's in July. So no, August, right? So okay. I haven't missed anything yet. I was just checking. Because those events are fun. I'm missing them this year for the Shakespeare, but they're fun. So I hope you guys are we'll get to enjoy them. So the Shakespeare. Well, we're doing the New Mexico Shakespeare Festival is Julius Caesar this year. And for those of you who don't know, the Julius Caesar is a play about these four guys, okay? One of them is named Decius Brutus. The other one's named Ligarius. The other one is just a plebeian. And the final one is named Pendurus. Now, if you heard about like Brutus and Cassius and Caesar, ignore those people. They're just like side characters. So you've probably figured out I play those four characters. Anyway, so I get to play those four characters, and it's been a lot of fun. Well, I don't know. We're pressed for time. We may have to cut one of them. He's only like a one little scene deal. He may get cut. I fear he may. But hey, we got to do the thing. But it has been exhausting. I normally get up between 1 and 2 in the morning for reasons that, if you know me, you know why. Shakespeare Festival, Shakespeare rehearsals have been starting at 6:30 and going to 9, and I usually go to bed at 7. But now we're into the tech week, and that means we get there at 6 and we don't leave until 9:30 or 10. I didn't get home till like 11 o'clock last night. I actually slept until 3 this morning. It was kind of a long one for me, so I'm exhausted. My brain is just mush, guys. Let's see, costing. Oh man, this is so much fun. Okay, I'm not spoiling the play. Cassius Clay, cool. I'm not going to spoil the play for any of you because you're not likely to come watch it. But okay, so I play Decius Brutus. Decius Brutus is a character. He's one of the conspirators, and he's the one who goes. Like Caesar isn't going to go. He doesn't want to go that day to the place because his wife talked him out of it. And so Decius Brutus is the one who's like, "Don't worry about this. I got this. I'll go talk him into it." So he goes to his house, Caesar's house, and he talks him into it by, just kind of down. He does. So he's like he's an evil character, clearly. He wears all black and all this. And I got an eye patch yesterday for this guy. So I got a black eye patch. It's fantastic. This, by Calpurnia's dream, is signified. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then after that is Ligarius. He's a sick old warrior kind of guy. He's just real sick, and he's the one quick scene, you know. I may not, again, he may not survive, but if he does, he'll be fun. He'll be a fun little character. And then there's a plebeian. I get to be a plebeian, you know, yelling at people. And then I get to be, actually, I get to be also Penderus, which is Cassius' slave at the end of the play. Now, here's the thing that is cool about all this is that as Decius Brutus, I get to kill Caesar. I'm one of the conspirators. I get to kill Caesar. As a plebeian, I get to kill Cinna, the poet, or the conspirator. Cinna, I get to kill Cinna. And then at the end of the play, as Penderus, I get to kill Cassius. I mean, it's just, I get to kill everybody. That's fantastic. It's been a lot of fun so far. So we'll see how it plays out. I hate to, you know, just rant on about my Shakespeare. You guys probably don't give a shit about Shakespeare. Wow, interesting, Charlie. My wife does the nasal stuff anyway. Let's see. Wow, cool name. Daz Studio 68. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Good morning. You are gay. That's unfortunate for you. Well, I mean, it's fortunate for you. I don't know. It depends on how you feel about it. I don't have a problem with it. But, you know, it's nice to know that you kick in the door that way. I mean, hey, thank you for coming out here on the show. Good morning, Rembrandt. Thank you for joining us. Chris is a killer. I get to kill people. That's right. That's right. And then after the show, in order to absolve my sins from killing all these people, I just go kill some innocent thing. That makes it all better, right? Let's see here. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. That's been what's going on. That's kind of consumed a lot of my time lately is the Shakespeare. And like I said, it's just got me exhausted, to be honest. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for tomorrow. Really, to be honest, I wait an email. There will come an email that will let me know whether my Ligarius character is going to survive or not. He might not survive. That's okay. I mean, if he doesn't, I'd sound okay, but I hope it does. I'm looking forward to it. So let us see here. Godless Granny, John joined Kip, B, Dr. Kip, and you, Dr. Kip, and Mr. Kill. When are y'all going to do that? Granny, when are you going to do that? Once you can see that, check that out. You guys go subscribe to Granny's channel, Godless Granny. She's got a lot of wonderful stuff going there. It would be cool. You know, actually, here's the thing. Wodenson says, Chris, it would be so cool to see you performing Shakespeare. Okay. If you'll give me a minute, I will actually show you me performing maybe some Shakespeare. If I can round it up. I have a video, and for a long time I have not had permission to show the video. But now I got permission to show the video. So we'll see. Let's see how that works. See if I can find it real quick. I mean, I know I have it. It's just how easy is it to find. And if I can, then I'll show you guys the Shakespeare. Let's see. Lear is King Lear. Old. Not Lear as to glare. Yep. So I will actually be doing that. Let's see. I'll play Antonio on the 12th night for all eternity. Hell would be having to play Antonio on the 12th night. Oh, you know, I gotta say, one of I don't normally kind of bash the Shakespeare kind of situation, but I gotta say, I wouldn't be lying. One of the worst plays I think I've ever experienced would have to be The Two Gentlemen of Verona. I think it's a hideous, horrific play. I can't believe we still play it out. I just can't. It just boggles me that people still do it. I mean, it's very rapey. The main character is like at the verge of being ready. He's like, here I go. I'm going to rape her. It's been a while since I've done it. And I've done the play. I wasn't that character. But man, I don't know, man. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Let's see if I can find this here. Lear, not Keir, jackass. Lear. Can you not spell? Let's find it. I do. I know I have it. So let's see. Let me pull up my chat here. It looks like it's kind of stopped on my side. Good morning, everyone. So this week we have been doing the usual blaspheming about the Lord and whatnot because, it pisses off the Christians. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about, don't tell me, I know this one. I just got a lot of shit going on. Bear with me one moment. About how Christianity is a really actually kind of bad source of morality. We talk about it on the show a lot. And I figured, why not do it again? We'll hit all the good points. Milkman. Good morning, Milkman. I'm a Christian, and the most offensive thing I've seen on this stream is that mug. Understood, Milkman. I understand. Jesus and followers, been a while. Jesus, I hope you're doing all right. Jesus and follower. Are you? Well, thank you. I very much appreciate you, Jesus and follower. Miss Non Sequitur. It's okay with this one. It's okay. Good morning, Jesus and followers. Nice to see you. It's nice to see you stalking my chat. It's been a day or three. Good morning, Godless Granny. Thank you. Godless Granny's going to go for a walk. Right-handed Sith says, I have been blaspheming for some time. Actually, yeah. It's kind of a sport. I sprained myself. I was blaspheming yesterday, and I was like, oh, I think I sprained my blaspheme muscle. But I still used it, even though it hurt. Right, Miss Non Sequitur, you didn't read the name. I know, I got you. So I was like, wait, what? What? That's so funny. Anyway, good morning, everyone. So one of the things that I really like to think of is that, or we've talked about on the show so often, is how Christianity actually has quite a disgusting nature to it, and most of them don't even see it. The fact that it's based on sacrifice, human sacrifice, child sacrifice. How it wasn't actually a sacrifice, how the God creature needs blood to forgive things. I mean, there's just a whole litany of things that we've been going over. And one of the things that I've really been harping on lately is this, that an analogy to Christianity is that, now obviously they don't do this anymore. But the deal is that, I've sinned in order to absolve myself of my sin. Nowadays, you pray to Jesus, right? Because he died for your sins. So here's essentially what happened. I am a bad person. I went down and I did something bad. So I come home and I unalived my own child. And that absolved me of my sin and everybody else of their sin. So now if you just pray to my dead child, you too can be absolved of your sins. Isn't that weird? Silvafed, good morning, Silvafed. Thank you for joining us. Right-handed said, hello. I'm glad to see you this morning. I hope you're doing great. I suppose, let's see, Daddy Bear Kai. In fact, I'm enjoying some lot of awesome sauce. You guys are wonderful. Yeah, you got to blaspheme at least once a day. I mean, and then, of course, sinning safely is very important. You can't just willy-nilly go sin. You have to, be reasonable, sin safely. If you're going to have sex with random strangers, wear a condom. Sin safely. It doesn't take a lot of thought. Just do it safely. So I'm going to pray that you're going to gay the prey away. That's nice to see. Good morning, Sean Alexander. Hope everything's going great for you. Buddy Christ. Hey, that's cool. Good morning. Man, all the cool kids are showing up today. What the hell? Hey, and there's John. Get ready for his climax. Jesus is coming. You may have misspelled that wrong, John. But almost certainly you didn't. I hope you're having a great week. What did Jesus take for his resurrectile dysfunction? See all ass. I'm the funny one on the show. I'm supposed to be the funny one. Good morning, everyone. Man, you guys are fantastic. It wasn't a sacrifice. The Romans crucified people. That's just what they did. Jesus wasn't sacrificed on the altar, and he wasn't eating like the instructions say to do with sacrifice. There's so many things. He was beaten to shit. You're supposed to bring an unblemished. He was very blemished, I think, in fact. There were so many reasons. And again, the Romans didn't sacrifice things to the Jewish gods. See, one of the deals was that it was very common back then for people to get crucified. Apparently, evidently, in fact. And so there was this thing where an expression would be to take up the cross, meaning to be crucified. Now, I remember whenever I was in Christian places as a Christian, there was this whole thing of taking up the cross, and it was like somebody has dropped the flag during the battle, and you take up that cross and you go with it, kind of thing. And then you see these jackasses walking down the roads, and they've got the cross, and they're carrying it, and they're dragging it down the street or whatever. That's what I thought taking up the cross meant. But I recently learned that really it means that you're willing to be crucified. So whenever Jesus tells his disciples that if they're ready, or what that they need to do is they need to be prepared to take up the cross, what he's saying is he's saying they need to be prepared to be executed. So I didn't know that. I learned things because that's what I do. I learn things. Again, my brain is mushy, guys. I've been take up the cross and follow me. To prepare to take up the cross. It's not the one. Yeah, if anyone would come after me, let him identify himself and take up his cross. Essentially, be ready, be prepared. I didn't know that. I mean, why would Jesus be talking about a cross? Like to wear a cross as an emblem for his execution? I mean, didn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. But whenever you're talking about people being willing to sacrifice themselves, which is the obvious at the time was the way that it would happen, I'd say sacrifice. But you know what I mean. Discord, yes, it is broken. Thank you, Miss Lonsector. I will pin that. That was last night. How did that go? I hope it went well. It is not going to. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. Don't do that. Boom, pum, pum, pum. Let's see if I can do that with this one. I don't know if I can or not. I can highlight. Nope, don't do that. Oopsies. Anyway, so you guys can go to the place at the stuff and do the thing with the people. But we got a Discord. I'll fix that. I'll put that on my list of things to do. But again, what we were saying was, I think, take up your cross. Yeah. But I'm going to look into that because it's just, I'm just so fuzzy right now. Obviously, I mean, Jesus did indeed, according to the story, I think, drag his own cross to the place of execution. But yeah, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up the cross, be willing to die and follow me. To take up the cross, to be willing to be crucified and follow me. We're going to fight for something. Get rid of your robes and pick up some swords. I come not to bring peace. I come to... Interesting stuff. I need to learn more about it. That's one of the things I'm studying. I got lots of studying to do. Let me go here and check out what's going on here. I have words, lots of words. All right, so, but one of the things we've talked about often on the show is the immorality of Christianity. And I've seen atheists do it on YouTube channels, whenever we watch those live call-in shows. I've seen them do it, where they pin the Christian eventually into some point of going, well, yeah, whatever God says is true is good. And then the Christian later is forced into going, well, okay, then killing babies must be good. We've seen it. Then, when that happened to other people, it was one thing. But we've done it. It's happened on the show so many times. Do you remember that one little man? I even cut out a video of it. He sounded like he probably might have been a nice guy. You want to think he'd be a nice guy. But every time you'd pin him on, well, why does God do this or why does God do that? He would go, I don't know what God does, why he does. I'm not God. I was like, dude, every time I get your God in a position, I'm like, I'm exposing it for the horrific nature it is. You're like, I don't know why God does what he does. You remember that call? Like, yeah, okay, yeah, right. Let me go here. Oops. And run that. And there we go. And let's see. I think the weather is confused, cloudy everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty yucky. It's supposed to rain. Oh, see, that's the thing. Maybe it won't rain. Maybe it won't rain. Let me look. We just don't have enough time for rehearsals. You guys don't. It's crazy. And it's a little worrisome that tonight's our last night to rehearse and we may get rained out for our rehearsal. With any luck. Hopefully not, though. Good. Good. Oh, it's looking good. We're going to be able to perform this weekend. Awesome sauce. That's all I need to see. Silvafet says, I can't stand special pleading. Every Christian defaults to it. Robert Blank. So there's no afterlife. Right. Yeah. I'm glad we're on the same page. Why was she banned? I looked at the comments. I don't get it. Who was banned? Dale. Good morning, Dale. See? Let me see here. Events. Oh, I've gotten super chats. What's this today? Sorry, my thing is behind. I think it's tomorrow. I got yesterday. Anyway, sorry. I've got new software. So somebody probably got banned on purpose, I guess. Anyway. Why couldn't Jesus get his driver's license? Because he would always get hung up at the crossroads. Silverfett, you're a bad person. That's why you're going to hell. I think one of the reasons anyway. He's also very well educated in everything he talks about, so he's never caught in a gotcha moment. Oh, allegedly Ian. Allegedly Ian is pretty awesome. I dig allegedly Ian. I'm a fan. As much as I watch, I don't actually, to be fair, I don't watch him that often. When I have watched him, he's intelligent. He's, well spoken. He's got an interesting show, yeah, it's interesting. It's different. I remember there was this one thing he called. Okay, all right. So I guess I've seen his show fucking once. But he had the caller on the show, and the caller was like, they were kind of, I guess, debating, and he would say something, and the caller would not answer his question directly. So he would start writing down every word the caller said as if it were the response to the question. So the caller would be talking, and then Ian would be repeating what he says, and it was just, it just went on about itself for fucking ever. Yeah, that's my experience. But he did seem like a nice guy. We got one in the Vert chat. One what? Let's see. Bum. I haven't really been keeping up with the vertical chat, the other chats as well either anymore. So I guess I need to get back at that. Let's see. See, part of the deal and the reason why I gotta go look is because I've changed mods, so now I kind of got to try to pay a little more attention to the whenever. So I'm like, what's going on? Is somebody getting modded out? Is somebody being ugly? Does somebody need to be modded out? So we'll see. Good morning, Coffee Town Atheist. I hope you've been sinning. Oh, and Kelly Shear. Good morning, Kelly Shear. Hello. I hope you're doing great. Kelly Laughlin must have kicked in the door. There we go. And Christians are so toxic, says Just Me. No wonder why everyone hates them. Yeah, hate's a strong word, but it's not not inaccurate. Yeah. I guess maybe everyone but them hates them. I think it's kind of interesting that one of the things that we talk about again is how they come off, man. When you're on the outside, like we are, especially if you've been on the inside, then how it's just like a big ball of shit with a candy coating painted over it, and it looks good from the outside, but once you poke through that little candy shell, it just goes to hell really quickly. And but most of them don't even see it. It's pretty surprising. Let's see here. Robert. Oh, hi, Robert. Let's see what Robert's got going on. I see. Robert says, I'm saying we only have about 70 years on Earth. You guys don't believe in any afterlife, and you choose to argue on the internet. You believe in an afterlife, and you choose to argue on the internet? I mean, I don't really see how that has anything to do with it, really. Here's part of the deal, though. Sadly, and unfortunately, Robert, the people who do believe in an afterlife, such as yourself, oftentimes tend to want to force their nonsense bullshit on other people. You know, that's kind of what the deal is. And so you might see it as us arguing on the internet and that we're angry atheists and all that business. But in reality, what the deal is Christianity is offensive. It's offensive on many levels, and it's being forced on us here in the United States. And so we're not angry, we're reacting to being attacked. Is that what you call people who are reacting to being attacked? I guess you could call them angry, yeah. Justifiably angry. So, I don't want to force, but show you. You don't want to force, but we'll see. That's the whole deal. That's wonderful for you. I appreciate that very much for you, Robert. And that, I think in that case, I do appreciate that you don't want to force us. You want to show us. You're singing to the wrong crowd then. You need to be going and telling Christians that. Yeah. It's good Christians like you that I don't have a problem with if you are sincere and genuine. It's the ones out there, by the millions apparently, who want to force their stuff on us, on everybody, regardless of whether they believe in their religion or not. So I feel your time would be better utilized, if you were in a Christian chat with a Christian group of people going, people, this isn't the way it's supposed to happen. You shouldn't be doing this. Right? I mean, I'm just saying. Interesting. Kelly Shearer blog ready for a day, Chris. You know, it's a day. It's a day. Shakespeare tomorrow. You know, hey, I don't think any of you are, but if you are in Albuquerque tomorrow, 7:30 p.m., we open Julius Caesar at the Veterans Memorial Park. Be there or be square. Throw, don't applaud, throw money. Robert says, I can't really force you in your defense. Many Christians are angry, mean, condescending. Yeah, and we all got our points, I guess. Unfortunately, some of us just won't leave other people alone, and it's unfortunate. Do y'all believe in God or just hate him and his followers? Hi, Ian. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing wonderful. Good morning, SR Nation. Bless you, my child. I hope you're doing great. All right, so not Robert Plank. Ian, do y'all believe in God or just hate him and his followers? So you've given us a choice that none of those apply, really. I don't believe in God, and I don't hate your God. I don't actually hate his followers either. What I don't like is some of his followers, in fact, I'll even give you that. Some of his followers do. It appears to be a great majority of them. But I don't actually hate God. Do you hate Emperor Palpatine? As much as you could possibly hate Emperor Palpatine, I guess I hate God, However, if stormtroopers were going around and forcing your women to do this or forcing you to do that, or, if it were real and people were really believing in Emperor Palpatine and going around and really hurting people, if women were dying in parking lots because of Emperor Palpatine's followers, I would give a shit about Emperor Palpatine. But I don't, because they aren't. But Christians like to force their bullshit on people. And so now, rather than a woman being able to go down and get a legitimate, for whatever reason, there's lots of reasons, and you and I probably aren't qualified to determine what those are. But for a woman, let's just even go with a general, it's going to kill her or hurt her pregnancy. The Christians have got it to where it's so wrapped up that the doctors are calling the lawyers going, hey, can I do this or can I not do it? How bad is it? Who determines how bad is it? Who determines how close to death she has to be in order for, wait, fuck, she died, never mind. So yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, I don't hate your God creature. Matter of fact, I'm repulsed by it. I think it's hideous and disgusting. Disgusting. You probably think it's glorious and wonderful and it's forgiving and loving, but there is nothing in the Bible about your God creature that's any of those things. Any of those things. The first 3/4 of the book is literally describing this God creature from so many different angles, and every one of them is horrific. Fucking horrific. Drowning its own children, right? That is just the first start. That is what, chapter 6? And it goes on from there. It just goes on from there. Remember, commanding Moses to kill pregnant women. Remember, put any woman who has known a man to the sword. That includes pregnant women. And it just goes on like that throughout the entirety of the Old Testament. And you talk to Christians like, oh, God creature's just so loving and wonderful and merciful and love. And I'm like, no, nowhere in there is that creature that they're talking about described. However, at some point, Jesus comes along, right? And he's actually kind of vile himself. They don't really realize that. He's a vile, but anyway. And he goes, you know what? Love is love and peace is love. I'm like, oh, shit, well, forget that entire rest of the book because I am love or some bullshit. Because this guy one time maybe said that sort of thing. And then the guy says, beat your slaves. God is going to, use beating slaves as an example. Use plucking out your own eye if it has offended you because it's better to do. Use self-mutilation. How many people have actually harmed themselves physically throughout? That is not a zero number. It's not. You just know it's not. It's not a zero number. How many families have been destroyed by people where Jesus goes, you are not my family. These bitches right here who believe in the same God creature I believe in are my family. And he said that to his mother and brothers. How many families have been destroyed by that? By Jesus. And the whole purpose of Jesus is essentially, remember, it's all believe, come to God through me. Or burn in fucking hell, or whatever you believe as a Christian is bad, whatever the thing is. The entire thing is it's a threat. his whole deal is a threat. Love and be merciful and kind to others, or you're going to fucking burn in hell forever, motherfucker. Right? Is that not what it says? And we could go on. We could talk about, there's just so many reasons why it is not what they think it is. It's not what they say it is. It's hideous and disgusting from beginning to end. Wait. All right, so the God creature of the Old Testament was hideous and disgusting. Can't deny that. We can go back to Jephthah's daughter. We can talk about asking for firstborn children. We can talk about all kinds of shit. And then we get on to Jesus, and we've already just briefly hinted on some of the things that Jesus did that would our society be considered disgusting. But then there's also the notion that, you people think that Jesus is God. So Jesus did these horrific things, but you won't accept that those horrific things were done. That's not real. But Jesus is God. But Jesus is not God. But what the fuck, man? You're so eager to hurt people in the name of a God creature you can't even prove exists. And we're the bad guys. Are you still here, Ian? I'm just curious. If there are, I don't know if there are any in our chat right now. But there are trans people who lost their entire careers in the military because Christians took over our government. Would you care personally to apologize to any of them for oppressing them with your religious bullshit? You have the opportunity here. Go ahead and do that. Just put it in our chat. I await your response. Jesus said hell is so bad that you would be better off plucking out your own eyeball. Maybe take that advice. Right, Jesus said that because the bullshit he was selling was so fucking crazy that they had to threaten people with hell because the faith bit wasn't buying it. They weren't buying it on faith, so they had to add the threat of hell to it. You might notice that there was no hell before Jesus. Your Jesus, loving, meek, and mild, literally brought fucking hell with him. Interesting. Jesus, the same guy who's going to come back and kill billions of people. Personally, and him and his angels are going to come kill billions of people, right? Say it. Can you say it for me in the chat? That your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, is going to come back and murder billions of people by fire in a furnace. Would you put that in the chat for me so I know you realize that? According to Matthew, chapter 13. I'm just kidding. And I'll wait your response. You want me to give you the scripture so you can go read it yourself? Yes, he's coming with a sword. Better to be on his side. So see, this is what I talk about. Exactly correct, my friends. It's just so wonderful whenever Christians come in here and prove us fucking right. Christianity is an immoral religion. It's disgusting. This individual proves it. His Jesus is going to come back and murder billions of people. All wicked, sinful? Yes, they're all going to be wicked and sinful. What is wicked? What is sinful? The only thing required to be wicked and sinful is to not accept the Lord creature. Not that you've hurt people, not that you've been a bad person, not that you've murdered anybody or stolen anything or hurt. No. Your only sin in order to be lined up and tossed into a fucking furnace by Jesus Christ and his angels is not accepting their bullshit. That's a God worthy of your worship. Really. And see, that's the whole deal. The title of the show, this individual, this Christian, can I pin this? I want to pin this. Yes, he's coming with the sword. Better be on his side. That's the fear, man. You're not, it's like the words are just rolling off of you. It's the fear. The eternal fucking torment. Eternal, conscious, aware, spiritual torment. Merciful, loving, ridiculous. I mean, it's just disgusting is what it is. And you're here to show everybody. Right here, let me click it up on the thing here again. Yes, Jesus said. So let me ask you, Ian, and it's great that you brought up this scripture. I'm going to keep this up here. Jesus said, hell is so bad that you would be better off plucking out your eyeballs. Maybe you better take that advice. Ian, do you have both of your eyeballs? So you've gotten to this age in life and your eye has never wandered and caused you to sin? Really? Or are you blind? Is somebody else typing this out for you? Is this a Braille thing? Ian, do you have all your eyes? He also said it's better to cut off your hand than to go into hell, right? I mean, going to hell with one hand, going to heaven with one hand is better than going to hell with two. You got both your hands, Ian? Do you have both your hands, Ian? Do you have both your hands, Ian? I suspect, I don't know, guys, if Ian has both his hands and both his eyes, and he's a person over the age of like fucking 12, he's going to fucking hell. Can you not agree? We can all agree he's going to hell because he has those things, and clearly you can't think this person hasn't never sinned with his eye or sinned with his hand. Has never done anything wrong. Or maybe we have Jesus in our chat. Je ne sais pas. Fascinating.
Flanagan!
Yes, sir. Very disturbing, I know.
Fetch me Father Flanagan.
Your Highness.
You are in the presence of His Holiness, the Pupius Maximus, guardian of the sacred fire hydrant, defender of the holy tennis ball, and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Puxala the Fifth.
Your popedom. I heard you have a bone to pick with me.
Condoms, Father Flanagan?
No, thank you. I've got plenty.
That's what I mean. Why are you selling condoms?
Oh, you mean our Pharaoh Sombrero line of condoms. Understood.
You know how we feel about those around here.
Well, they're not to be used by the Catholics, of course.
Not for Catholics?
No, they're part of our Sinner Gonna Sin Lack of Faith outreach program.
A sinner gonna what?
It's like getting the tithe, but from the heretics and the heathens and the atheists.
Oh, well, when you put it like that.
But, Your Highness, this will reflect very poorly on the church.
True. You know what this means, Flanagan?
warning label on the box, not for Catholics in big letters.
Too subtle.
Instant purgatory if used by Catholics.
I like it. Divine branding.
Excellent, your popedom. Will there be anything else?
That will be all. You may leave.
Yeah, we've got Conspiracy Cat says, yes, they are forcing Sharia in some parts of our country. Yeah, but you misspelled Christianity. Can you give me examples of where they're forcing Sharia in our country, please? I can give you examples of where they're forcing Christianity. 10 Commandments in schools, book bans, blue laws. The trans people, as I mentioned, just getting kicked out of the military, losing their entire careers. The abortion issue that the Christians stacked the Supreme Court with. Amy Coney Barrett is a fucking handmaid in her own religion. She's a handmaid. Where are they enforcing Sharia again, please? Interesting. Oh, how can we be 2% different from an animal with 45%? I think you don't understand math, and you don't understand genetics, and you don't understand science. You should just stop talking. I'm going to stop reading your comments because you're just so fucking ignorant. I'm going to see your name and I'm going to go, the words coming after this are just going to be ignorant, and I'm just going to skip them. Because, let's see. Captain Lurker said the Bible belief should be used in hiring. I agree. If it's any job that requires you to be a person of sound mind, you should not be a person who believes in the Bible. Oopsie. So I said it out loud. If you're an EMT, a medical professional driving a hospital ambulance or some business, you shouldn't be allowed to be a Christian to do that. Because at any point you could go, oh, it's against my belief. This is a trans person in this car accident. I'm just going to sit here and watch him gurgle in his own blood until he dies because he's not really he's a she, and it's against my right. I mean, the thing is, if it had never happened, but it's happened. People have refused to provide medical care to people in danger and in deathly need because of their religious beliefs. So if your religious creature, God creature, is that way, you should not be allowed around children, medical. You just shouldn't. You just shouldn't. So Ian says, sure, he just said maybe Jesus is here and disappeared, putting on some stupid. I said maybe Jesus is here. Did he knock? Is he here? He's not supposed to be here until Thursday. What are you talking about? Sharia. Bible believe should be used in, again, Captain Lurker is great. Listen, I just can't let this one go. I'm going to keep flipping this one up here for everybody to see. The one that says, yes, he is coming with the sword, better to be on his side. Yes, you've admitted your God creature is going to come murder billions of Jesus. The meek and mild loving lamb, who's a forgiving soul, is going to come back and murder little old women, little old men. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, daughters, mothers, blah, 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 blah. For what? For simply not believing. Yeah, that's immoral. That's very moral. I mean, I think that if the leader of atheism, who would I sarcastically say that would be? I don't want to say Richard Dawkins, because fuck you, Richard Dawkins. I don't know, Chris Hitchens, if he was to tell us to go kill everybody, we should just start going and killing everybody. It's just, naturally, it would be okay. You would be all over it if he said atheists should go around. In the end, we are going to go around murdering every Christian. Well, where the fuck would your head be? But you should have something in mind talking about Jesus coming back and killing all the humans. Everybody, you don't seem to give shit about that, do you? Why is that, I wonder? Fascinating. Yeah, guys, like I said, they'll get to a point where you just stop reading their fucking chats. They're just so ignorant. I mean, again, I can't let Ian's go here. I love it whenever they prove my point. The point, I think the title of the show is that Christianity is an immoral religion. I made the comment earlier about how Ian section, I was like, Ian, why don't you tell us about how your Jesus is going to come back and murder billions of people, as according to Matthew 13. And he's like, oh, yeah. No, here, let me highlight it for you. Oh, yeah. Son of a bitch. Yes, he is coming with a sword. Better to be on his side. Really? That's the whole reason. That's the only reason you will or will not get the sword. That's the reason. You stated the reason literally in your thing. The only reason whether you get murdered horrifically is whether or not you're on his side. What the fuck? What the actual fuck do you believe? I mean, people are disgusting. Tinfoil hat wearer. The host mentioned EMTs and medical pros. All right, let me see what happened. Let's see what's going on here. Hold on a second. Let's see. Let me ask you, Tinfoil hat wearer, do you not fucking have Google? Can you not Google examples? I mean, in the effort it took you to type that in there, you could have looked it up for yourself. Go look it up for your goddamn self. Do it. Don't type it in here. I know some examples. I mean, Tinfoil hat weather. I really don't know you. I don't know you from my chat. I'm just being a little over aggressive. So sorry if I'm being a dick. I'm just saying, go look for yourself, man. Go look for yourself. I made the claim. Go look and see if you can find people refusing to provide medical care. Yeah. Go look for it. You'll find it. I mean, I do want to mention that one of the arguments against the Catholic Church being a founder of a hospital system is that oftentimes women would die because they couldn't get abortion care at those hospitals. Example, that sort of thing. Then go look again. Go look. Go look it up for yourself. I got time. John. Let's see. Zarian 13, thank you very much. Every time I turn on the news, a pastor or priest is going to jail for fiddling kids. You know what? That's not wrong. We talk about that on the show here. They come in here and they go, where do you get your morality from? Where do you get your morality from? And then they go on about themselves. I'm like, well, ours, and then they talk about how, well, you're God creature, you're Jesus. I screwed up my point. My point is they talk about Jesus is with them. Jesus is with me. He talked to me. He helps me. He does things for me. And I go on about like, wait a second. All those hundreds of thousands of children who were raped and molested in his own fucking house, and he didn't hear their prayers, but he's helping you. Really? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Why did you use this for? That's a good question. So happy I left atheism. Oh no, Xavier, that's unfortunate for you. Sorry to hear that you've left atheism. That means you used to be an atheist. Damn, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about that. But I just want to say that I hope those festivals are fun. I hope they don't. Okay, got you. Hey, man, I know you're not a great lover of Christ, but I just want to say, okay, got you. Summa contra Gentiles. Thank you for the 3D. If y'all hate when I say I'm praying for you all, but I am. And okay, I got you. So happy I left atheism. So glad the Lord has delivered me, and pray he will deliver you. Okay, so interesting thoughts there, Xavier. But it's very unfortunate because, I mean, do you know what the unforgivable sin is? It's blaspheming the Lord. What kind of atheist were you? Were you a real atheist or were you not a real atheist? Were you not a real atheist or were you a real atheist? If you were a real atheist and you were like, fuck God, I don't believe in that bullshit, right there, you're fucking going to hell. It doesn't matter. You've just blasphemed the Holy Spirit. If you did it when you were an atheist 15 or 20 years ago and you don't even remember doing it, you're still going to hell. It doesn't matter what you do. There's no prayer you can get off with. There's no sacrifice you can do. If you blaspheme the Spirit of the Lord at any time in the past while you were an atheist, you're going to fucking hell. It doesn't matter. You're like, oh no, I'm a good person. I've prayed to forgive. No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That is the unforgivable sin. Oh, were you really an atheist? Did you really blaspheme the Lord? Fascinating. I'm just sure like Two-Eyed Ian, right? The guy who wants everybody to follow Jesus, blah, 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 but still has both of his eyes. Just curious. Actually, I think here I will. Let me tinfoil hat. Where? Let me go. I do want to mention that I just happened to be like on a rant, so it's not like I was speaking of or from. Let me go here. I just want to catch your stuff because it's kind of hard to see on the other one. 1 second. That's Christ alone. Oh my God, what a stupid name. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Let's see. So here's the thing. Tinfoil hat weather. Tinfoil hat weather. Tinfoil hat weather. Son of a bitch. Tinfoil hat wearer. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I know. I am very Gnostic on the fact that people have been denied medical care on religious grounds. I mean, there's a whole thing. Has a specific EMT ever refused medical care? I remember that coming up in some kind of thing as an example. Did it ever happen? I don't know. If it didn't, I would like to know. If it did, I would also like, I just brought it up as a part of a, I remember somewhere this issue coming up. And of course, I did set that as an example. That is true. But there are doctors out there who refuse to perform all kinds of things because of religious needs. So most of them are usually on women, right? Or because of women, or your genders, something to do with your dick or your, it's always, they're weird about their dick. I don't know. But I am curious to hear. So if I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm right, I'd like to hear that too. And of course, I also have Google, so I will look it up when I have time. When I remember. I got shit going on. I got such a list of shit to look up. But I do want to know. Let's see, because that's a great argument from my side. Yeah. Elvis is the true king. Hey, wait. Tinfoil. Okay. Let me see what you say. I check it. I just thought maybe you would have a more interesting case in mind. Oh, I see. Yeah. Possibly. That's the whole deal. I'd like to learn. Oh shit, my chat went up. Sorry, I missed it. Kelly, the atheist Ian. Show is great for me, but I'm new to philosophy. Laughter is very important for some folks. Yeah, it really does help. And sometimes I say funny things. Sometimes I'm just a jackass. The evil of you to come after someone, especially with bad information, and tell them they're going to hell. You didn't even get right the unforgivable sin is. Yeah, no, you didn't. You're ignorant. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Go read it yourself. I'm sick of this. That's one of the reasons why I don't debate you. That's why I don't have phone calls. You guys are like, oh no, that's not what that means. Yeah, okay, whatever. Go find out. Go look for yourself. Go ahead. Did you know that? Now we're talking about the God creature, right? Did you know that? Don't tell me shit. What is it? What is it? What? Leviticus 4. That's the Old Testament. Well, fuck it. That is the Old Testament. Leviticus 4, if you will go read, is how you could give a sacrifice specifically for sins that you didn't know you'd committed. Did you know that? Sins that you didn't know you'd committed. So I thought a sin was a conscious breaking of a rule that the God creature had made. You meant to do it. You sinned. No, you can sin accidentally. You can sin without knowing you've sinned. And therefore, there is even a sacrifice that you can perform for accidentally sinning. What a weird God creature you guys have. Isn't that weird? Who are you talking about? Let me see who you're talking about. Okay, I got to keep this up here. Ian, I just want to put that up there once again so we can show you admitting that your God creature's fucking horrific. I think it's funny that someone who doesn't believe this stuff still thinks he's going to tell me what the unforgivable sin is and that he understands the stuff he doesn't even believe. I know, right? It is funny. No, really, when you think about it, I'm pointing out how stupid your religion is and how ridiculous it is. You come in here and you claim something and yet you don't know about your own religion. You don't know. How many times have we had Christians come in here and claim to be, I used to be an atheist. They were a fucking atheist. You know what Christians are known for, though? Lying. Yeah, it's a signature move with you guys for some reason. I want to continue what you're saying here. I was wrong about the contradiction. It's funny that someone who doesn't even believe. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. I know. The person that just said, yeah, that's right. That's what I know. All right, so I Serve Christ Alone said the person that just said they were no longer atheists. Yeah. That's what they said. That's all they said. Now, I did go on to presume. That's why I even asked. I think I did ask, what kind of atheist were you? Were you a real atheist? Did you deny God? Did you blaspheme the Lord? Had you been a Christian before and left the religion? Those are your rules. Not my rules. It's your rules. That's how ridiculous it is. I want to see what Isabel's has to say, because Isabel's, I just happen to notice a thing here. J. Darwin Child, interesting name. Be part of a video game, Red Baron, and we were the J9 Dark J9 group. I was a Darkwing J9. Not related to you, probably. I'm looking for this person's name. What is it? Isabella Ross? Let me see what Isabella has to say. Satan is just a product of... Oh, let me bring this over here. This is a lot of words here. Very goddess had to sacrifice him for his own creation. He barred from heaven. Dead kid test. Yeah, okay. I see. Well, whenever somebody says that's why you deserve hell, I was like, oh shit, let me go say I was an atheist. Or saying something about hell to somebody else. Jesus, Zarian, good morning, Zarian. Thank you for joining us. You are a product of nature who wasted time believing in the supreme being. That's one of the things, man. They just don't want to. How many of them just don't want to admit that they've wasted all that time? You know, I mean, we talked about on the show yesterday, there was this example put forth about how this man, he had this notion of how a wife needed to be subservient to her husband. And so he actually took him and his family from church to church to church, going more and more and more conservative, essentially just so he could get the entire community and church he was in to help force his wife into the subservience that he wanted. I know that sounds weird, doesn't it? Uh-oh. I hate to say this, guys. I have to go for just a moment. Dogs. We got people doing things. I'll be back. Check this out.
Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my...
Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love.
I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is... It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No!
Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved.
Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I could see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out.
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Yes, so we had, why is it, God doesn't, they just don't send their best. Curiosity Cat had to get his ass kicked. Banned, pardon me, banned. I mean, you just don't talk shit like that. Fortunately, I was able to see, because of my new software, what he was saying. It was a little late. I'm sorry, Aaron, Miss Non Sequitur, for that it went on as long as it did. He was just an ignorant piece of shit, and I'm sorry, but we got rid of him. Tinfoil hat wearer says, you know what is sad? I know at least 100 people who would actually buy the post-mortem kit. Well, the funny thing is I made it because it actually was true. I know I link it to Mother Teresa, but it's actually a Mormon thing mostly, but she did it too. She really did. After reading the comments, wow, Christians do really hate. I think I'd rather be in hell as long as they're not there. Yeah, I know, right? That's one of the, oh, goodness gracious. True enough. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's see. I Serve Christ Alone says, yes, out of the loins of David. So Mary is disqualified. Yeah, that's true. Sad. That's sad. That's because the whole story about Jesus is a lie, and you just don't want to believe it. Oh no. Isn't it interesting that if it's possible that Jesus' real dad could have been a Roman soldier named Panterus. Justin Sparks says, Jesus loves you. Jesus probably does not really. He wouldn't have. No, I doubt it very much. Isn't that crazy, though? Isn't that crazy that they think that? We talk about it on the show. Go look, Justin. Hey, listen, Justin Sparks, go look at the Old Testament. You'll see the God creature is fucking horrific all the way through it. Jesus is essentially saying, listen, you believe in me and get to the Lord through me, and I'll protect you from the evil God creature that's from. That's all it is. It's just a protection racket. It's all horrific. It's all fucking horrific. God loves anybody. Go read the Old Testament. There's no love. There's no love. There's no love. Jesus' love in the New Testament? No. Go read it yourself. Oh, fuck it. You probably won't. Right, Will the cameraman. Right, Jesus was the mob. He's like, listen, man, the boss man says that you need to pay up or we're going to hurt you. Right? It's a protection scam. It's a protection racket. Good morning, Robin Webster. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you. Let's see. Reading here. Oh, let's see what Postal 74 has to say. Postal 74, good morning. Atheists are still breeding. Oh, you had a lot to say. Oh, look, we have a very ignorant Christian here this morning. Let me pull this over to the main screen so I can read this. Atheists are fake, deny God, but breathe God's air. That was stupid to begin with. Atheists are fake, volunteering. Why atheists have smoke for God, but not for current evil people. Atheists are fake. I'm going to continue this. Anani, don't call no one illiterate. You don't know cure to COVID-19. E3 Tau, I really am going to give you the benefit of the doubt that English is not your first language, okay? I'm just going to say I'm a nice guy. I'm giving you that because if it's your first language, you're fucked, dude. But especially to call somebody else ignorant. But clearly, I'm just assuming you speak a different language, and I appreciate the effort you put into learning ours. So, but everything else you say is fucking ignorant. All atheists are fake. Why are we? I don't understand the breathing God's air. What does having breathing God's air? Please prove it's God's air. Can you even do that? Can you do that at all? It's actually Satan's air. It's Satan's air. Disprove it. Disprove for me. It's Satan's air. Jesus, how ignorant could you be? Obviously, it's Satan's air. Humans don't know the cure to COVID-19 thing. I think we have vaccines for it. Is everything you say ignorant? I see. You are fake, still breathing God's air. Now you're just fucking spamming my channel. Can humans make hair? Yes. Yes, you ignorant fuck, we can. We absolutely... Oh, my God. Yes, we can. Yes, should I even look this up? How do we make air? Bum, 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 bum. We have these chemicals that you put together that make oxygen. Go, if you want to go look it up for yourself, you can find it. We actually can make breathable air. That's how they... oh, my God. Bum, 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 bum. Spacecraft, this is just one example. Spacecraft make breathable air primarily by recycling water through electrolysis, splitting the hydrogen and the oxygen molecules into oxygen and hydrogen to sustain an Earth-like environment. Yeah, I mean, it's just fuck me. You people are just... Plants come from God, duh. Oh. So you're saying since God created everything, we can't, how can we, I mean, we couldn't, there's no way we could make anything without anything. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about now. You're just a fucking idiot. Luke, let's see. You guys are funny. Did God make that virus? Oh, yeah, certainly did. Probably, yeah. Hi, Nicholas Draken. Is it a crash out? Is it? Are we crashing out? Did we get to crash out? God creates everything good. Yeah, no. I know. Hey, Nicholas. Nicholas, I hope I said your name right. Nicholas, did you see what we were talking about? About what the individual was? Maybe they are crashing out. Don't call anyone an idiot. Can't prevent old age. I don't know. Yeah, good morning. Nick, I wish I could have had a way, Nicholas. I don't even know if you and I are on the same side, Nicholas. You may not be on my side. I don't know. We might not agree. But this individual is arguing, has come into my chat and argued that we are breathing God's air and therefore he says it over and over and over again. We are breathing God's air. Atheists have smoke for God, but not smoke for... You don't know the cure to COVID. Atheists are fake. They're going to hell. Why are you breathing God's air but don't believe in him? You are fake. Over and over. Humans can't make air. And I'm like, well, sure we can. And I show him how we can make air. Like in science, we got ways that we can make air so we can breathe. And he's like, no, doing it without chemicals are things that God made. And God made everything. So that's just, it just kind of... And it's been over like that. If you could read it, there's like 30 fucking messages here of just babbling nonsense. So if you came in at the little last part of that, just saying. I hope you're having a great day, by the way, unknown person. The earth is older than all humans on earth. That's a good point. I think I could agree with that. Caleb Octopath Fan. Ooh, interesting. I got to see what Caleb Octopath Fan has to say. But my chat fucked up on that side. Hannibal, good morning. Hell derived from the Proto-Germanic word hell, meaning to cover up, to censor, to bury. Interesting. Oh, not wrong. Jesus is a fictional character. He could very well be. Even if Jesus were a real person, that doesn't mean he's divine. And the example I'd like to give is this. Jesus, of course, could have possibly been a real person. But he might not have been. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is not a real person. He's not. However, did Stan Lee actually know a kid named Peter Parker, and he wrote the stories of Spider-Man about Peter Parker, and therefore there really is a Peter Parker? There really was one, but he's not Spider-Man. He can't climb up walls. He can't do magic or nothing. It's Jesus. At best. At best. Yeah, so let me go here, Captain America. Oh yeah, the whole deal about Jesus and all that. I just can't. I gotta keep Ian's stuff up there. Yes, he's coming with a sword, better to be honest. Yes, Ian's Jesus is gonna come back and murder people, innocent people. And I know it says with a sword. He said with a sword. It actually does say with a sword. He's gonna come with a sword. But I don't actually remember it saying he's gonna use the sword, like as in physically saying it. It does say though that he and his angels will put people into furnaces and burn them. I don't know about actually using the sword, though. But you're okay with that, Ian? I mean, that's okay with you? Of Jesus marching little 9 and 10-year-olds, grannies, grandpas, mothers, fathers, who've done nothing more than just not believe in Jesus, as him walking them into a furnace of fire. And not just that they're going to die in there like that's the difference between Jesus and Jesus and Hitler, is that with Hitler, he killed them, and he killed just like a few million of them, and he killed them once. But with Jesus, he's going to kill billions of them and send them to a place of eternal damnation. Moral, merciful, loving. Let's see. Caleb, this individual has just got another one. Postal here says, what did babies to humans, why humans abort babies? Lots of reasons. First of all, there's a point between conception and birth where it's not a baby. It's not a baby. It's just a pile of goo for quite a while, and then it becomes a baby, and then it's a baby from then on until it's born. And it's not my decision or your decision, what that is. You just want to impose your bullshit on women. That's it. That's the only reason why you like to do that. The Christians, religious people want to do that, is you want to impose your bullshit on women. Because if you didn't, then you would pay attention to your own Bible, to where your own God calls for the murder of children, the murder of pregnant women. Your God, why are you concerned about abortion? Abortion, cha-ching, that little baby's soul goes right to fucking heaven, and you got an atheist doctor out there willing to take the hit for you. You would think abortion would be a good thing in your eyes. Once that baby's born and becomes going through the world and gets exposed to sin and hate, the longer that baby lives, the more likely it's going to go to hell. By aborting that child, you're actually sending it to your heaven. Why the fuck do you have a problem with that? You can go look at examples of your God creature killing people, killing babies. Oh, what happened to Bathsheba's baby? The one that King David, right? The line of David. Oh, yeah, the line of David. He's so holy and honorable. The guy who killed 200 people and cut off the end of the dicks. The guy who killed a man so he could have an affair with his wife. But remember, Bathsheba's baby. God creature killed that, right? Your God creature loves killing babies. And here you are talking about abortion. You're talking about abortion only because it oppresses women. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why you give a shit. You think you give... Nah. How many adopted children you got? I got one. How many you got? Are you virtue signaling much, or... That's right. You're the Christian that has both your eyes and both your hands. So you're just... What is it? Cosplaying Christianity? Is that what you're doing? I'm just saying. Yeah, atheists are trolling God. No. You know, I have to say, though, I'm going to call you Postal because Pat Patel. Oh, Patel. Oh, Patel. So foreign. Are you Indian? Of India, I mean, obviously. If so, it's kind of cool that we reached over there. Nicholas Draglin says Jesus Maxine. Yeah. Yeah, right. I never thought of that before. Is that what you'd call it whenever they've got I am Jesus's dick sucker in their handle on the stream here? Is that what you'd call it? Jesus maxing? That's funny. And oddly enough, as pointed out, God does indeed allow abortion. Why? For somehow? Now, I always spill my coffee. It's a thing on the show. Now, I just kind of want to point out, Patel, that Jesus Christ was a sacrifice. Your God creature sacrificed a human being to your own God creature. Now, when you examine that further, you'll realize that Jesus Christ is actually a child sacrifice, a firstborn, a sacrifice of the firstborn. Jesus, God, sacrificed his firstborn son for you. Now, in John 3:16, it doesn't say firstborn son, does it? Does it? It says only begotten son. So yeah, Jesus was a literal child fucking sacrifice. Hey, you've been really shitty. And you know what? I love you so much. I'm going to go in the other room and I'm going to get my kid. And I'm going to beat the fuck out of him. And then I'm going to unalive him in my backyard on a cross because I love you. Fucking makes sense at all. Where does that even start making sense? Is it wrong? Am I wrong? Are my words wrong? Is that not exactly what's going on? Did I not just describe the relationship with God and you and Jesus and his purpose? And yeah, you've been a shitty person. So I'm going to go get the most innocent and pure thing I can find, which allegedly is my own spawn. And I'm going to unalive it in the most horrific fashion. You people are sick. Christians are sick. Edward says, STFU, patio. Are you talking to a Christian? You're almost certainly talking to a Christian because they're the ones that are pretty much known for being patios, right? Aren't they? It's their signature move. They've got several branches of different churches dedicated to protecting the pedos within their own religion. Right? Humans abort babies. Babies did not have a choice. Yeah. Here's my notion. This is just going to piss you off. I'm going to tell you a little story. There's this woman. This is all fictional. I'm just making shit up. There's this woman. She is 3 weeks pregnant. I don't know. I'm just going longer. Obviously, it's not a baby at this point. It's just a puddle of goo in there still. And she just now finds out that she's pregnant. And now she has a decision to make. Is she capable of supporting that child and taking care of it and providing it a good life? Would it destroy her life to have that child? You know, I mean, all these other things. And I think those are legitimate questions. And I think if that woman at that point decides that, you know what, I am not ready. I'm not ready for this child. I can't handle it emotionally. I'm not mature enough for the child. I can't handle it financially, whatever. Then she should have the right to do whatever she wants to. And if she wants to abort that baby, she should be able to do that. Absolutely. Now, 6 months. 6 months along. This lady has decided now she doesn't want to have that baby. Well, that's just fucking ridiculous. There's a baby in there. There's a full growing baby in there. Even nobody here, nobody in our chat is going to want to on purpose. I mean, you may have been misled and lied to and told that that's what people are that us on the left want. 9-month abortions are bullshit. It's all a lie. Nobody really wants that sort of thing. If a woman is having an abortion that late, or any late, it's because something is horrifically wrong. But you don't give a shit about that. You don't give a fuck. You just want to oppress women. That's all you care about. You don't give a shit that it's not really a baby. At that point, you don't care. It's just a puddle of goo in there. There's no thought. There's no nothing. There's no nothing there. It's not a baby. You don't give a shit. You don't care that your God creature kills babies. Over and over again. Firstborn children of Egypt. Can't deny that. Firstborn children of Egypt. I mean, your God creature loves killing babies. The Bible says it's not there's no soul there till it breathes the first time. So again, why do you care? There's not a baby there. Why do you care? Because if you cared, you would, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be able to oppress women in that fashion. And that's what it's about. So, humans abort babies. No, actually, Patel, that's wrong. You're wrong. But even by your own logic, Patel, humans do not abort babies. God does. Obviously, nobody can do anything without God's will. Everything we do, everything we have, everything, this is God's. Everything God does, and you got to think, man, your God is so powerful and he knows everything, that he created us knowing we were going to have abortions. Like he was like, I want to make Cindy, she's going to be a whore and she's going to have an abortion and I want to send her to hell. He built us knowing that. That's disgusting, man. That's fucking disgusting. Just imagine a creature that would make billions of people knowing ahead of time that they are going to end up in eternal damnation. What kind of fucking monster do you worship? Loving, forgiveness, kind, merciful? Jesus said, well, I don't give a fuck what Jesus said. Go look at what God did. Go look at what God did. Jesus is God. Fucking kidding me.
Next up in the bark bank, a clergyman with a holy hustle and maybe a few unholy loopholes.
Hi, Barks. Blessings and belly rubs to you all. I'm Father Flanagan, and today I'm here seeking $50,000 for 3% of my soul-saving startup, Holy Halos, the world's first, soon-to-be, church-approved condoms. Following the ways of the Lord can be hard and often require sacrifices of the flesh. Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Holy Halo condoms.
Hold on, Father. The church very much doesn't like condoms. How do you expect to sell these?
Well, you're right, but these aren't just any condoms. No, my furry financiers, these are permeable. But every single halo has been dipped in holy water, a divine divider between you and sin. You can finally frolic freely and still keep that sweet spot in heaven. Permeable, but dipped in holy water to keep the sin out, but let the babies in.
Let you get your stick wet without getting your stick stuck.
If you know what I mean.
Oh my! Very embarrassing every time.
So basically they don't work as condoms, but they let you get away with having sex without going to hell?
Exactly. The church gets to keep making babies, but you don't have to keep going to confession. Think of it. No more guilt. No more awkward "I'm saving myself for marriage" speeches. With Holy Halos, you can take those pray hands and turn them into lay hands.
Didn't I read that holy water is full of bacteria like E. coli? Won't this be harmful to women's health?
The words are English, but I don't understand the question.
How are you addressing the issue holy water presents for women's health?
Again, I'm not understanding.
She does that. Well, we don't get it either.
Is that mesh from a window screen?
Ah, that's a keen eye you have there, young lass. Yes. Another fine selling point, rough on the outside to increase her shame, as it should be. But soft and smooth on the inside, internally lubed and ribbed for his pleasure. We even have custom scents.
Scents? Now you have my attention. What flavors we talking? Don't pitch me that vanilla missionary nonsense, Padre.
Well, we do have virgin vanilla, but we also have miracle mint and cooing camel, and my personal favorite, sweat of the Savior.
And the Vatican, they've blessed this endeavor?
Well, not exactly. I'm still waiting on the papal decree one way or the other.
I love it, but you're asking 50 grand for only 3%. That's rough, Father, real rough.
Not running with the big dogs on this one. I'm gonna stay on the porch.
Me too. Good luck, Father. 15%.
Ouch, 15%, that's highway robbery even for the church.
Come on, Father. We're dogs. We know a bone when we see one. 10%, and we'll even bless your branding.
Look, meet me in the middle, 7%, and I'll baptize all your puppies.
7% works for me. Father Flanagan, it looks like
Wait a second. Our producers say we have a special call-in bidder. Let's get him up on the screen. Folks, we have the guardian of the sacred fire hydrant himself.
Oh no.
Defender of the holy tennis ball and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poops a Lot the Fifth.
Flanagan!
Yes, your portrait.
50,000 at 20%.
20%?
And you get to keep calling yourself a father.
Sold to the pup in the very fine hat.
I knew you'd see it my way.
You're very wise, your hiney. Would there be anything else?
You may leave.
Father Flanagan's line of holy halos, ultra thin, spiritually thick. Available in 3 sizes: conservative, medium, and liberal.
All right, guys, let's see here. Let's see if our chat's stuck. Is it stuck? I don't think it's stuck. Oh, yeah, it might be stuck there. Maybe. Hold on a second. Let me see. Boop, boop. Maybe not. Yeah, okay. I want to answer a few things here to Patel real quick. Sorry to hear about your mother being raped, if that's true. You never know with theists. Anyway, atheists have the choice not to believe in God. No, see, here's the whole deal. You haven't proven it. Here, let me actually start up here. You asked, why do atheists debate if God is real or not? Because you haven't proven your God to be real. You actually have to prove your God is real first. And you can't or haven't done that. If you can do that, I mean, immediately go get your Nobel Prize. Go get it now. You're going to say, oh, air, because of air. Based on the rest of your ignorant fucking arguments, you're going to be like, oh, well, there's air and that proves God. So I'm sure. But yeah, you haven't proven your God. And the people who believe in that unprovable creature force their bullshit on other people. There's that. Ban me, all atheists are banned from heaven. If I ban you, it's just for being an idiot and spamming, really. That'd be a bit about it. Or if you get ugly like the other guy did earlier, good Christian that he was. And here's the final thing I want to address with you, Patel, before I move on to a couple other things. You said you can't prevent old age. Well, you said you can't. If God took away the air, can you make air? Well, yes, we can make air. I don't give a fuck if you're going, okay, dude. Now you'd be like, can't prevent old age. And I'm like, I know, may not realize this, but we've doubled or almost tripled our lifespans on average. I mean, doubled at least. And science is rushing towards, actually, it could someday be possible that we could be next to immortal, super healthy, you know what I mean? Super long-lived, and defeat age. And if we defeat age, scientifically, I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Where's your God go? What happens to your God creature then? If we defeat age, yeah, why not? Well, why not? Why is that impossible? Why can't we defeat age? There are these like telomeres or whatever. There's all kinds of things. There's people. Go look it up. Go look it up for yourself. Yeah, it's not impossible. And what happens when we do? There's a whole group of people. They're called transhumanism. Go look up transhumanism. It's a whole group of people who are looking forward to the day that we can indeed overcome age and death and all that. And when we do, what happens to your God? Does he get even smaller? Does he go even further away? Does he disappear? No, because then you'd be like, no, we got the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, it's been fun, but I'm done with you. Your level of ignorance is just fucking stunning. Amanda JC, I hope you're still there. JC stands for, is that for Jesus Christ? Did you put that there hoping he would see your name? Isn't that like simping for Jesus? What a narcissist you must be. Amanda says, I rebuke this man and his evil heart. Very cool. You should come back, Amanda. Come back and watch later. Come back. Right now I'm just ranting today, but come back and check out and prove me wrong. My email address is chris@thedamnshow.com. And you can go look up some of my assertions for yourself and see if I'm wrong or not. I would encourage you actually to take maybe like last Wednesday, pick any random show and go through the whole show with a pen and piece of paper. And when I say something, when I make an accusation, like I say, God actually asks for the sacrifice of children. And you're like, and then I give you the scripture and you go look it up for yourself and you find out that I'm right. I want you to go through a whole show and do that. And then when you're done doing that and you find out I'm right on a lot of things, I may not be right on everything, but even if I'm right on one thing, that's a conviction of your God. And you're going to find out I'm right on a lot of things. Feel sad for you. Anyway, especially for somebody so fragile-minded to come in here and I've rebuked this man and his evil heart. I mean, enough to type it in the chat. It's just weird. Don't you see that as weird? You rebuke me. What the fuck does that mean, by the way? We know how we have impressions of words without actually knowing what the word means. Rebuke. I misspelled it. To express sharp, stern disapproval or criticism of someone's behavior. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. You rebuke me and my evil heart. But you don't really, and Amanda, yeah, okay, I came at you pretty hard because I do that. But, I mean, you don't even know why I do what I do. Or me at all, really. But, I mean, under different circumstances, you would probably think I was right under different circumstances. If I were fighting Islam, you'd probably be cheering me on. Apparently there was a staff meeting I was unaware of, and the staff is going to take care of that. So, you know how it is. Let's see. So there's that. There are those things. Then I got another thing here I want to point out. Says Zarian says God killed way more people than Jesus or than Satan. In fact, Satan didn't kill anybody in the Bible. If you go read the part where they say he did in Job, what happened was Job went and picked out who they were going to kill, but God did the killing. God even came back and said, though you moved me to destroy Lot. Let me go check out my thing, guys. I'll be right back. You want to hear a song?
Burrito es tan bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco fue no bueno, it stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister, now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
We're back, everybody. So let's see. I just got tired of the jackass with the air thing. He's just a fucking idiot. I was over it. So, hi, Chrissy. Thank you for joining us this morning. Life is God's. No one has the right over their own. Hold on. I got to pin this because it moves. Chris, can I ask you a question? Says Eric. Let me pin that real quick, Eric, and see if I can get this over here. Let me just kind of rattle on about a thing real quick, and then I will see. I'm going to put you up there so I can see what your question is. Even Satan knows and believes in God, says SLJ. Y'all going to be worse than him? I tremble at the thought of your eternal suffering. Okay, so we've admitted a couple of things. One is that your God creature is fucking horrific. It's horrific, and your God creature is going to cause eternal suffering. That by you is okay and moral, really, because I sit here and said bad words. Eternal suffering is worth that. So much so that you're afraid for us. Doesn't that reflect on your God and how disgusting and horrific it is? Doesn't it? Loving, merciful, forgiving, kind. What the fuck? Really, SLJ? Now, the second thing I want to point out is that you did say Satan even knew God, believed in God, right? And we're going to be as bad as, really? Satan and a third of the host of heaven allegedly knew God, and yet still were able to turn against him because God is fucking horrific. Go read the Bible. He's fucking horrific. Horrific. Go read your Bible. No wonder. SLJ, all right, thank you for that. Vastupi says, life is God's, no one's right of their own life. Two will be revealed. It's just... Chris, can I ask you a question? Says Eric Fernandez. Good morning, Eric. Let me toggle this and toggle. Let's see what you got to say. Can you explain to me the collective consciousness of the now within reality? No, I cannot. Nope, sorry. I wish I could give you a better answer. That's not my bag. The conscious collective, nope. Can't do it. I don't even know what you're talking about. Go find a scientist that talks about that stuff. I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, does that make me dumb? That I blah, blah, blah? Maybe I may be dumb, but you know, the collective consciousness of the present moment now, or some business. I don't. None of that. It doesn't matter, does it? Does it matter? What's it matter? Let me just check and see. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Jay Dawnchild, by the way. I just want to see if Jay Dawnchild asked the question if P Pedal was a bot. I too was wondering if Pedal was a bot. You know what I mean? Eric says, no, Chris, I was just asking that because before you opened your eyes this morning, nothing existed. Okay, I said, see, no, I don't think I think that's kind of, no, I mean, that's a tough, I'm not that narcissistic. Sorry, I'm just not. I'm one of those people who believes that the rest of the world goes on without me, whether I believe it or not, whether I think about it or not. But you know what kind of people do think that? Little kids, babies. They have this thing called permanent blindness, where that's why, you know, like you can change, and they think that. Little stupid little babies, like little tiny little babies, probably think that when they close their eyes, the world goes away. Are you one of those? I'm just being funny. You guys, I'm gonna go. We've got things going on here. I very much appreciate you because you've been wonderful. I'm gonna play the foreskin restoration kits. If you don't know, Father Flanagan has got some wonderful products. Get yourself a foreskin restoration kit. Once it comes back, I'll just go right to credits. Thank you. If I miss the super chat or something, I'll read them back tomorrow. I've just got things. 1,000 apologies. We'll see you tomorrow for Friday. Sin safely, my friends.
Were you circumcised at birth? Or did you change your faith for a woman and now she's gone? Or did your sister's lockjaw flare up at the worst possible time?
Guilty as charged.
Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of at-home foreskin restoration kits. It won't cost you an arm and a leg, just an eyelid. Testimonials are already coming in. Mike from Dallas, Texas writes, ever since I got my penis caught in the blender, I haven't felt like a real man, but now I'm back and intact. Thank you, Father Flanagan. Steve from Florida says, I didn't really want my foreskin back, but my wife insisted. We did it and, well, you should see the look on her face. King Kelly writes, wow, getting my foreskin back literally doubled my length. After all these years, I can finally hold my heads high. Thank you, Father Flanagan. Father Flanagan's at-home foreskin restoration kits are part of our Tips for Tots and Adults community outreach program. Free eye patch and eye mister with each purchase. You can tell just by the look on his face whether he's packing or he's lacking. Microsurgery available for those extra small jobs. And in case you have any problems, Father Flanagan's highly trained medical staff are ready and waiting for your call.
Oh my God.
I've never seen so much blood.
Thank you, Father Flanagan.
Thank you, Father Flanagan.
Father Flanagan's line of at-home foreskin restoration kits, coming to a Walmart near you.
Right, guys. I said I was just going to go to credits, but why not? I'll just do the thing real quick. I got a minute. You know, as far as what you were saying there, Eric, that you're Eric. Let's see. Just asking because it's just based on the human element of the moment in between space and time. Okay, let me just go back. I'm sorry that the question troubles you, but it's just a simple question because you please answer it for. Okay. Here's the deal. It's a bullshit question. It's a bullshit question. It really is. That's, as I was reading here, for those of you who don't know, I'll read it back for you. Can you explain to me the collective consciousness of the now within reality? Well, fuck, man. What the fuck does that even mean? That's just stupid. Now you're just being ridiculous. You're trying to use big words that make you seem smarter than you probably really are. Sorry, Eric. I'm just going to go on about myself. So then I said, no, Chris, I was just asking that because before you opened your eyes this morning, nothing existed. Okay, that's stupid. That's stupid. I'm going to use the S word there. The next statement was, I'm sorry, Chris, that the question troubles you, but it's just a simple question. Is it a simple question? Let me go back to simple question. Can you explain to me the collective consciousness of the now within Can you? What is your answer to the simple question of the collective consciousness of the now within reality? It's just a stupid fucking question. But it's a super simple question, and I'm an idiot or offended because I can't answer it. Interesting. Now, you say, but I'm just asking this because that's just based on the human element of the moment in between space and time. More just like Deepak Chopra bullshit. We're stringing words together. It's just bullshit, dude. And then, I'm sorry if this places you in a hard space. How's it go? I'm sorry if this places you between a rock and a hard space. Rock and hard space. No, it's just a bunch of bullshit. I mean, yeah, it's bullshit. You could be spending your time thinking about almost anything else and be more productive. I mean, do you know how to program a VCR clock? Go spend your time thinking about how to program like a VCR clock, and you'll have done the world more favor than by worrying about this ignorant bullshit. Yeah, I mean, go read what you're saying, dude, or dudette, whomever. No, I'm not in a rock and a hard place. I'm actually concerned that you are. Send safely, my friends.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink.